Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How was everybody? Yeah, I love that track. I like kicking off the stream with that track because it's like it's so full of energy, and I don't know, man. I'm pumped now. So pumped. What's up, Anna Maria? Hey, Matthew, Sam, always the first one. Momi Robble, what's up? Vargas, good morning. I don't think I've seen you in the chat. All right. First time watching. Okay, nice. QT, hello. Hello, hello. J10, all right, doing fantastic. Good, good, good. Jordan, good afternoon. Shovik, hello. Vargas, don't lurk. Won't bite, I promise. Dan Storm, hello, hello. I know, right? It's so funky. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's a nice camera. Yeah. What are you guys into today? What do you got going on? What are you working on? On this Tuesday. We've been knee deep in quarterly planning over at the Future and wrapping some things up. We're thinking about rebooting a couple of courses and really focusing in on that pro group. So we've been busy. And then this weekend, I took some time and I'm actually working on my in-laws' kitchen. So this is a little known fact about me, a little known story, but I absolutely love home renovations. Like, just absolutely. I'm kind of obsessed with them. In 2010, we bought a house in Savannah, Georgia. And when we bought it, it was straight out of the 1940s, completely hadn't changed. There was no air conditioning built into this thing in Savannah, Georgia. They still had the same wallpaper from the 70s, I believe. I mean, it was rough. So we completely gutted it and moved the kitchen from one room to the other room, and just totally redid it. And that was probably one of the funnest times of my life. We did it, with these hands right here, and it really brought my wife and I together. I don't know. I'm obsessed with that stuff. So this weekend worked on the in-laws' kitchen, put some new cabinets in there. We just got the butcher block countertop all sanded down and sealed, and so yeah, I'm pretty happy. Am I rich? No, not at all. No. Okay, so the house in Savannah, our mortgage was $850 a month, and I think the purchase price was $130,000, which for the US is really next to nothing. And the reason why we did everything ourselves is because I couldn't afford anything. I was a police officer then, so I really I had to do everything from the ground up. So yeah, you've been remodeling your house a little bit at a time. Yeah, we decided to do it all at once and wound up sleeping with no roof for a while. Did Matthew send you some tips on how to film it? Oh man, no, that guy, I don't know how he does it. Like, I just get into the project and I forget to even think about filming that stuff. Am I in Georgia now? Nope. Hey, Cornelius. Yep, paycheck to paycheck. Honestly, when we decided to sell the house, a realtor called us in Savannah and said, hey, the neighborhood is opening up. They had just put a Whole Foods in this neighborhood, 3 blocks away from the house. He said, would you like to sell it? And we said, sure. We actually had to take out a loan to hire some drywallers to come in and finish it to the level that it needed to be finished to sell the house. And that was only for 2 rooms. So that's how that's how broke we were. Oh, Sam, I'm sorry. Moonraid, good morning. Hey, right on, Ambika. Glad to have you in the Discord. Do I smell a video of how you didn't know? No, not a video of this one, but there will be plenty of videos of the new studio. When we can get into the new house, that studio is going to get some significant remodels. So we'll definitely be making some videos about that. Hey Zeus, hello over on YouTube. All right. I got some cool stuff to share with you guys. Let's do this here. Oh, thank you for the follow. Cheesy Bimizi. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so we had a pretty damn good mail day yesterday. If you guys missed my tweet, check this out. Go to, let's see. Where's the mouse? There we go. Full screen, and then do one of these numbers. Wait. There we go. Check this out. So, ordered some research, which all came in one day, which was great. There are more. There's leadership books over on the shelf over there. 2 other ones, but oh, here's one. Already reading this one on Becoming a Leader. So, really cool book haul. I'm excited to get into this. This is really focused on, growing social media and stuff like that. Because I think we're gonna start talking about that at scale for the future. Like Chris is definitely an expert in this, but I want to read up. So had some good research. But I've also got this. Should we unbox this right now? What do you think? Let's see if we can get it in frame. Now, I've been waiting for this for a really long time. Like really long. And it's finally here. Okay. Do it. Streamer slices his hand open on stream. Loses fingers. Can't work as a designer anymore. Can anyone tell me what this is? How many keyboards are on your desk? Any coffee cups? A copywriting course from the future? We're thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I won't teach it, but we could get someone else who can. Huh? A third keyboard? Yep, that's exactly right. So Anna Maria, you asked how many keyboards are on my desk? It's actually 3. 3 whole keyboards. Oh, I'm stoked. So stoked. Do you win the keyboard? No, man. Oh, it's packed really well. It was packed well the first time. And that's it. No. All right, we'll get to the final phase of this unboxing here in a minute. Let's move this stuff. Oh, come on. I really want it to slide out nicely. I don't think it's gonna do it. There it is. So this case has taken over a year to get to me. And I'm so pumped. Stormtrooper white. And it's got some crazy bevels. You can see that shape. Oh, come on, focus. So we'll be building this on a weekend stream. Probably this weekend, I'm not sure. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. I wish you guys could see the angle that it's sitting at the desk, because obviously it's canted up. See that? And it's just... Is the autofocus off? I don't think so. No, it's just... It sucks. That's all. Autofocus. If I were to put like a hand up here, it would focus in, I think. Or not. You guys get the idea. Yep, so that stream is incoming. But it's not all. I told you, yesterday was a really good mail day. Here's the next one. Who knows what this is? Now, I opened the outside box, but I didn't open any of the inside boxes because, well, I didn't want to betray you guys. And yep. It's another keyboard. All right, so this one I've waited for literally for a year and 4 months, and it's finally here. I mean, yesterday, it was Christmas. It was Christmas for me. All right, so with this one, I haven't broken these seals yet. So I'm gonna do it. I've never opened a Rama keyboard before. This is a first. Packaging here is awesome. Look at the metallic sheen on that. Right? It's the front and the back of the keyboard. Let's see. Here we go from the top. Take the whole thing out. Oh, I don't think it wants to come out like that. I don't want to Hulk this thing. There we go. Man, they did incredible on the packaging on this. Good job, Rama. So this is the Olivia. Eat that later. So we've got anodized gray. With a rose gold backplate. Isn't that crazy? Let's see if you guys can see this real quick. You see that? Dude, autofocus sucks today. Let's see. There we go. All right. If you can see that, they literally branded their screws. Autofocus is going crazy. Hold up. There we go. But there's printing on the actual screw itself. And the cool thing about this is these back plates are interchangeable. So I've got a silver one, I've got a gray one, and I've got a gold one. So whatever I'm doing, that's it. Man, it's heavy. It's heavy. So there it is. Pretty epic mail day, right? Things that I've been waiting for since the pandemic started. Oof. The packaging is great. So yeah, keyboard build streams are inbound for sure. So anyway, I thought you guys would like to see that. So the first keyboard was the Kinda Keyboards Canone. Canone? Yeah. Danstorm, I actually think that I'm going to do like a little shelf in the new office where I have keyboards displayed. I love people that take something as utilitarian as a keyboard and turn it into something like that, where it's just an incredible work of art, right? Like the rose gold backplate, like that level of detail. Very few people are going to see on a day-to-day basis, but it's there, right? It's like that. There was a story of, I think it was ancient Greece or something like that, where the city leaders ordered statues to be carved, and the artist went away and carved the statues and took an extra long time carving the statues because he detailed the back of the statues to match the detail of the front. And the town leaders were really upset because it took way too long. It's over budget. And they asked him, why would you detail the back? Because no one's ever going to see that. It's going to be backed up against walls. The guy said, well, the gods will see it. And so will I. I know it's there. So it's like that level of craftsmanship on something as utilitarian as a keyboard that sits on your desk. I really admire. So anyway, that was my day yesterday. I was like kid in a candy store, kid on Christmas morning, just kept coming. It's great. All right, let's see. What are we working on today? Personal website. Let's get a status check real quick. You guys can see that all right? Yep. Okay. So here's where we left off. We were right in the middle of converting everything from dark mode to light mode. And then we also need to be moving into mobile design today. So that's the goal. So we've got kind of our refined board here. We've still got our inspiration pieces here. And this board is a lot cleaner than the other one. So if you've missed a couple of streams, I kind of copied the final page designs over to this board, where now we're working on a kind of cleaned up version. So I don't think we need to recap the entire site, but just so you can see the light mode, it's really kind of coming together. And there's dark mode things that we need to change here. So the work today, we'll go ahead and finish the light mode transition. That shouldn't take more than 20 minutes or so. And then we'll break into mobile design. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today. What are you guys doing? Mbika, thank you for the follow. Hey, John. John, I got your gift. Thank you very much. As soon as I'm done with the coffee here, we're going to break it open. Does XD give you all that workspace in an open doc, or do you have to create it? No, I think this is the standard workspace. All of the artboards kind of fit. I have run out of room before in XD, so there are limitations, but it's pretty huge. Sean, thank you for the follow. Right on, building some logos. Went grocery shopping, came back with marshmallows and M&Ms. Oh man, not good, eh? Van Talen making progress on your first ever Stylescape for mine and Travis's company. Heck yeah, nice. I'm stoked to see it. Putting together a presentation using the How to Present Logo Designs video from 2017. Oh yeah, dude, I'm proud of that one. Yep. Hey, you did not eat half the bags. Okay, well, let me clarify. Were they family size bags? Because that's the kind that I get. And if you ate half of those, that's impressive. I'm not even mad, right? I'm impressed. Anna Maria, website and making illustrations. Very cool. Vargas is working on the functionality after he designed and built the UI for a computer application for your thesis. Nice. Very cool. Diabetes intensifies. Yeah. It's like this ominous. It's funny. Hey, Zach. Good to see you. Family size. Absolutely. If you're going to do it, go big, but don't do that. All right, should we get to work? All this chatting. All right, let's see. Go desktop again. Okay, so we've got 2 more screens and then the home page and the menu that we need to do. So it shouldn't take long at all. Let's see. Somebody asked last time, oops, it's content. Somebody asked last time if I would do this if I weren't creating content or streaming or anything like that. And it was a good question because probably not. Creating an artboard for every single version of every single page, I'd probably jump into Webflow a little bit before. But the thing is that I was thinking about sharing my artboards at the end of the project with you guys so that you can kind of jump in and see how it was made and see how like the design was put together and all that kind of good stuff. You won't be able to use the fonts unless you buy them, but yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I was kind of toying around with that idea. And so if we're going to do that, we might as well make it good. And I won't do this on stream, but I got to go through and name all the layers. That would make a terrible stream, right? Hold up. Oh, that was the lighten mode still stuck on there. That's weird. There we go. Gotta get that noise right. Pratiesh, thank you for the follow. Go big or grow big? Both, maybe? Yeah. Is this the song that you guys are always hating on? Let me know, because I want to scrub those. This is one of those annoying ones. Not this one, okay. Time, thank you for the follow. That's why we're still in XD. No, man, we're in XD because I like it. That meta text is looking real small as a header. Did I watch the Andy Awards ceremony? I did not. About the full bundle of Stelvio? I think so, yeah. As a matter of fact, I think there was a discount floating around that I took advantage of. It's honestly one of my favorite typefaces right now. Oh, nice. Okay, so I already made a symbol out of the footer. Still getting caught up here. As far as the timeline goes on this project, I'm so far behind. But honestly, it's interesting because this is how personal projects go sometimes. Actually, most of the time. Usually, it's just one of those things where like it takes the back burner, takes the back seat. It always gets put off, you know? Yeah, I'm thinking that this meta text is a little too small. I'm missing something here. What am I missing? I'm missing it up here too. I think it was like a heading 2 or something. Let's check out the exploration file, see if it's still in there. You mean the future 90% discount on the font pack? No, no. Not that. Did that not open? Oh. There we go. That's a good bundle though. If you guys are looking for affordable fonts, do a quick Google because there's we just released a font bundle in partnership with Design Cuts, and oh, this is the exploration doc. In case you missed that, it's still there. It's just cluttered and messy. So anyway, do a quick search. I think it'd be like Design Cuts the Future or something like that. But it's like a crazy amount of fonts for very, very cheap. There we go. I think it was like 98% off or something like that. What is your favorite Foundry right now? Like your type Foundry? Do you have one? I'll tell you mine. Mine is Pangram, if that's how you say it. If not, I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go, A. Yep. Yeah, we do that partnership with Design Cuts on a yearly basis, and it's always good. It's always good. And the nice thing is you get the license for the font forever. So it includes a web license if you wanted to use it on your website, etc. So something you want to do is like as you go on and and make those small edits, like the heading 3 line height was a little tight. So I adjusted it on this one. I liked it. I think it went from 46 to 52. And then when I changed it here, I knew that I had to change it in the symbols here. So to do that's really super easy. You just right click this and then edit it and change it in the save styles. And then everywhere else where that typeface lives, it'll change. I think that's about it. Oh, I'm so stoked to develop this site. Depending on how far we get on the mobile designs, we should be able to do that either at the end of this week, start that process, or the beginning of next week. Yeah, I'm pumped. And in the background, I've been working on like case study content, so be able to really flex on the stuff that I've learned when I put together the complete case study, which will be really nice because I know that a lot of people want to see more examples, especially more examples from me, and hopefully that'll answer that question. China Associates and Public Type are doing some great work over the years. Or Sina? I gotta look that up. I already like it. Query number 1 and 2. That's cool. Boy, if you're gonna go mono, that's the way to go. Ghostly. That's pretty. I have never heard of these. That's awesome. All right, hold up. Let's put those in here. This is Toby, by the way. It's what I use to organize my bookmarks. All right. Yeah. So someone asked, would I go into this level of exploration on client website? And the answer is absolutely yes. That amount of exploration was really like kind of standard, but it was chopped up. Like if I'm in XD, I'm usually streaming, aside from stuff that I want to like hold on for kind of a big reveal at the end, which isn't anything special. It's like case study visuals and stuff like that. But if I'm in XD, I'm usually streaming. So if you add up the hours it actually took to do the research, it's maybe 5, 6, if that, maybe a full day, something. Giant. Thank you for that. I literally have never heard of those foundries. So I'm really glad to have met those dudes. So that was, let's see, Sina Associates, John, and Public Type. Those are the two. Sean, thanks for joining. Oh, Michael Cena was nominated for a Grammy? Wow, that's cool. Huh. How does it work if you buy a font buy a font and then design something for a client? Do they get this? Do they get some rights? No, and that's really, really important. You can buy it and use it in your design practice, but then your clients also need to buy the rights if they want to use it in public. So we definitely need to keep an eye on that when we're doing client work. Hold up. We have something weird here. So should we kill? Okay, so what I found was there was this heading here for the case study doesn't fit in the type system. So we're using Vultura, but it's Vultura at 160, which is not anywhere in the system that we built. So what do we think? Should we stick with this and just add it to the scale, or should we go with the sans serif version? You know, the Stelvio. Kind of torn. This one's tough. Love that serif font. Very classy. The Y is crazy. Yeah. Looks sleeker with the serif. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking we need to add it. Just looks that much more sophisticated. Kind of helps to compare the main header to something down here too. Let's see, what's this? This is 160 as well. Okay, so it's on the content page. So we'll call this a content header. That's what we'll call this. Crisis averted. Right, continuing. Mount. Thanks, Jayton. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, we got a tantrum going on out there. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. The header image here is still bugging me though. One of the things I was going back and forth about 2 streams ago was trying to figure out if I was going to keep the header image on top or stack like the text on top like I do over on the content page, like this. So I'm still a little undecided on that. Yeah, A/B test, yeah. I was informed curtly by someone in the UX space that it is not, in fact, called an A/B test. It is a split test. And then I needed to get my facts straight. But you know what? Oh, it's a big one. It's a big tantrum. A multivariate test. See, UX people, man. UX people. I love you guys. But okay, so I think that there's a reason for the maybe it's not defensiveness that you kind of maybe that's a bad word. But I think that like the field is so new that all these terms are being thrown around as if and new relatively, right? I mean, it's 30, 40 years old as far as a digital sense, but I think that the terms keep getting thrown around so much that you know, they're very adamant about making sure the thing's named correctly so that something dumb doesn't stick. M&Ms will fix the tantrum. Yeah. Your child is upset that Keldon A/B test. Yeah. Yeah. When that happened, I was just like, okay. But you know what I mean, right? You test A versus B? Okay. Yeah. Words are important, but damn. So the thing I'm curious about right now is like, should we put it over here? No, that doesn't look right. This looks good, just kind of like out of the grid. Just doing its own thing there. Yeah, I kind of like that better. Breaking the rules. All right, we're about done with this part. Nope, that's not right. What? There we go. Whenever I do this like versioning thing where I'm designing light mode versus dark mode, etc., I always feel bad for the developers that I've sent my project files to in the past. Because it's like there's artifacts in there, there's things that kind of get left behind from other artboards, and it's a mess. So developers, if you ever see this, who have worked with me, I'm sorry. Caption text is a little thick. getting them out of coffee, so I gotta put the mug way over there. Which, oh, am I buffering? Okay, it says I'm not. The control panel says I'm not, but you guys are seeing it, so that sucks. Sorry about that. A lot of buffering. Oh my god. Yeah, it says I'm excellent. Frames per second is 30. Bit rate's 4100. I don't know. This is weird. Hey, Major Brand Man. Easter was great. All right, it's time for the seltzer of the day. Got to move on. Here we go. This seltzer is special to me because it comes from a dear friend of mine, Mr. John Beatty, who is in the chat, I believe. John is an inker from, you've seen his work, Marvel, DC, Secret Wars, like that's his work. So if you guys don't follow John, you need to look him up on Instagram, John Beatty. It's Beatty, the last name. Someone link his Instagram in the chat. But he sent me a gift, and this was it was 3 cases, like 3 suitcases of seltzer. And so we're gonna drink the Spindrift seltzer today. And apparently this is his favorite, which is the lemon, right, John? Yeah, you guys go show him some love. Give him a follow because number 1, his work is amazing. Number 2, he's been in on some of the coolest storylines and arcs on both sides of the fence. Matter of fact, when I met John for the first time, I brought with me like just a pile of comics for him to sign. Oh, John. Oh, that's good. I've never had this one. So it's sparkling water and real squeezed fruit. Yeah. That does taste like it's like a lemon in a can. Secret Wars, Punisher, Batman. Yeah, I'm a Batman collector, so I took I went to the storage unit, dug through the storage unit, found all the Batman comics that I had that he inked. And I brought it to the trade show and signed them all. I'm stoked, man. Yes, seltzer gift packages. I didn't know what it was. It just had this big, it had a sticker that was like this big. That was like, it just said heavy. And so I open it and I'm like, Jesus. And Elise comes over, my wife. She's like, hey, what is that? Is that seltzer? And I'm like, yeah, somebody shipped me seltzer. It's crazy. Well, thanks, John. This is delicious. I'll be experimenting with the rest of the seltzers that you sent. All right, so that's looking good. And then our menu alternate. So we'll do menu light mode. I'm probably not going to do this version of the menu, but I feel like I owe it to the design. To at least finish it. Do this to me. Why you do this to me? Here we go. Nope. Windows can't stop me. I got a short code or a short key for that. Mmm. Man, that seltzer really is delicious, though, for real. And that grain looks really good over the red type too. All right. And finally, the home page is time to open the marshmallows. What was it? Somebody said diabetes inbound. Dark mode's got such a vibe. Especially when you have like images and overlaid text and stuff like that. I don't think... Oh, what did I just paste? Here we go. I don't think light mode is going to be as vibey, but it's cool. Did you guys see what I just did? I just realized what I just did. I pasted the right thing in, which was the darker text. And then I changed it back. I'm getting sleep, I swear. There it is. Yeah, you see, the problem with these overlays with light mode is that you literally have to reduce the opacity of the background images that show, or change the color of the text on top of it, because the background image is saturated. You know, it's dark. Doesn't matter, like, unless you have a super light image, and then when you pair it with a light background, the text has to contrast with the light background, and it also has to contrast with the image that you're putting on the top. So you can see this "and now" basically disappears on that, unless you go really light, which I don't know that I want to do. So I think what we're gonna have to do is change the color of that type altogether to the red. Even that is tough. Contrast is going to be a little terrible. Even the pink doesn't really show up. Yeah, sorry, Chris, if I missed that. It's the typeface is Vultura. CYK Tom, finally after 5 different website designs, I'm starting to get happy with the direction I'm going. Designing for yourself is hard. It absolutely is hard. Mr. Ben Burns, please tell the pathway to follow, how I can make my designing career to the next level. Ooh. That's a really difficult and broad question to answer, and I don't even know where to start. I guess the one piece of advice is design something every day, because if you're not improving your skills, then you're not increasing your value to potential partners, clients, jobs. So I think that you know, we preach a lot about the business side of design and stuff like that, but I also think that, like, you know, the craft is very important. So I really like, I read The Artist Way last year, and they have this concept called morning pages, where you're supposed to sit down and write in your sketchbook or in your notebook 3 pages every single morning. It doesn't matter what it is. You're just supposed to write something, and what it does is it just gets all the bad ideas out. It gets you used to just creating and making. And I think that you could do the same thing with design, where it's like, design something, one thing every single day, make something. And it goes back to a study. I'm gonna take a break in a second, so we'll go to our just chatting screen. There was a study done. I think it was in the 70s or the 80s. I can't remember. I read it in a book recently. There's a study done on a photography class, on 2 photography classes, as a matter of fact. And one class was tasked with the entire semester of just capturing one incredible image. That's it, just one. They needed the perfect image. The other class was tasked with a large quantity. And the only thing that they were responsible for was taking a ton of pictures. I forget the exact number. And when the course ended, the researchers compared the photographs from group 1, who were responsible for one incredible image, and the photographs from group 2. And what they found was group 2, the group that was obsessed with quantity, created way more incredible images than group 1. Perfectionism gets in the way, and I think that if you put your reps in, there's better results. So that's my advice. Do something every day. And the thing is like, a lot of designers are perfectionists, and so when we set out on a new project, or we set out to do something, we cut ourselves off at the knees before the project ever has a chance to like get air, before it ever sees the light of day. And so I think that like sharing your process and all that kind of stuff is important. And if you create something and put it out every single day, if you do one of those UI challenges or something, you get so numb to the result because you're focused on the next project that you start forgetting what your third day or your 32nd day was even, So I think putting those reps in is really super important for someone who's looking to grow their career. Hope that helped. Super broad question though. Radis, it's evil contacting support to reset your password, and when you get your password reset, you just delete the account. Yeah, a little bit. A says, forget about light mode. No, you can't forget about light mode. It's in the plan, man. Dark mode, light mode. Diabetes. Simon, I am an XD man. Cherryton, what made me go with XD over Figma? I'm used to using XD, so that's what I went with. Love Figma. Haven't used it in probably a year. So instead of trying to learn something, learn a design tool, as well as learn Windows and learn streaming at the same time for the same project, I decided to go with what I was comfortable with. But Figma's great. Yeah. Maybe playing with levels for the pics to make them grayish, light gray kind of, and lighter for the light mode. Maybe. Yeah, I think I had a good solution here where, the text just changed colors on hover, because we know that whenever the user hovers here, the image is going to show up in the background, and it'll, so it's a little bit of a cheat, but just go like that. Yeah, no problem there. And then we don't have to, dilute the image. Someone asked, do you think it's important to have pictures of you working, like work in progress kind of thing? I don't think it's important. I think it's a nice to have. And just because I've been involved with an organization that was obsessed with content, I just have a bunch of photos. So, if you got them, want them, I guess, something like that. How about gray mode? I don't even know what that is. You think it makes sense for an illustrator to make a Twitch account? Yes. My girlfriend has more than 60,000 followers on Instagram. Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, and maybe not even Twitch, like YouTube streaming is great, but I think being able to stream the process opens you up, and that vulnerability, that rawness is really valuable to people. So, all right, coffee's flowing through me. I'm gonna hit the bathroom. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll start digging into mobile design. right, we're back. All right, something I was just fussing over is I've got my library here, or my document assets, and And I was trying to figure out how to migrate this into a cloud library. I don't remember how to do this. This? Publish. Wait. Huh. This is really strange. I'm trying to figure out how to publish a desktop library and then duplicate it so that I have a mobile library. And I cannot remember how I used to do that. Because right now everything's in document assets. I'll figure that out later. Okay. Let's get into mobile design. Keyboard disconnected. Reboot here. The only thing is her style isn't exactly Twitch ready. What does that mean? That's quite mysterious. If something's not Twitch ready, it's gotta be extreme. Like, there we go. Okay. My USB port that I plug the keyboard into is like an extension thing, and it's a little loose, so I gotta replace that. Is he barking? Been a morning, huh? Elise is a trooper. It's my wife. She's deposited my black lab into the room. Can't handle it. All right. Focusing on mobile design. Okay, let's go with iPhone 12. And I'm going to start with the Now page because that's what we're doing. Yeah, I know, like the whole, there's some pretty extreme stuff on Twitch. I think everybody will be all right. What with all the hot tub streams and stuff. Still don't get that. A hot tub stream? Should we do that? Should I get one of those inflatable hot tubs and hang out and do some web design? Yo, chat, imagine if imagine if that was the stream, right? Just chilling in a hot tub, doing some web design like it's nothing. That would be fun. No, that wouldn't be fun. That would be funny. There's a huge difference. I tell you what, I'll do it if John does it with me. How about that? Just two big dudes in a hot tub. John, you up for it? Because if he's not up for it, jeez, guys, I don't know. I don't think I can do it. Way out of the box. Funny. Speedos? Yeah. There are things that should never be seen. And that is one of them. What would actually be cool is if, like on scroll, you could take an image size from full screen when it scrolls mostly into view, and then actually have it do this number, you know, where it decreased in height, but that also allowed you to see the rest of the image. That could be a cool scroll animation. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. Another level of flow. Hot tub design stream. We might be onto something here, folks. Yeah, that looks weird. So this was right at the start of the pandemic, that picture. And Jonah was kind of capturing pictures of everybody's last day in the office, and I had I had come really late at night. I think this was at like 11 o'clock at night. And I had just caught Jonah, who's a cinematographer for the future. I had just caught him before he left. And that was just kind of a cool moment. Whereas like this was my last time in the blind office before we shut everything down there. It's still ours. We still exist in the space, but many of us decided to work from home for the duration of the pandemic, but also permanently. So that was like, I was picking up the last stuff out of the office and he snapped the picture. It was it's kind of a cool moment. Sad. Bittersweet. Yeah, so I'm thinking like you load the screen there and then you get here. Let's see if I can. You get here where the top of the image just hits the scroll. And then it just kind of, as you scroll. And everything else scrolls up under it, but it decreases the height of the image so that you can see the entire thing. Because one of the things I'm really conscious about is having images that are responsive, because having a mobile site that's full of 16:9 images is not the greatest experience. Like you can hardly tell what's going on here. So in some cases, I'm going to be replacing images between desktop and mobile. And then in others, we could do some really cool cropping effects. Oh no, sugar is now killing you. No. It's funny. Don't cut my head off. Yeah. Don't be a creeper, like dun 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 dun. Have fun developing that on Webflow. That won't be too bad. The scroll effects are pretty cool. I actually might use Locomotive Scroll on Webflow to get all this stuff. I say that now, but it's like, eh. Yeah, no problem, John. It's always funny designing on a desktop for a mobile screen. Like when you preview the image, if you actually take a look at your phone, this is the aspect ratio of the screen. Obviously, a bunch of is going to get cut off here for the notch and all that kind of stuff. The browser, window, but it always feels like it's taller on screen than it is when you're holding it in your hand. Cookst Designs. Are you going to recreate in this in Webflow? Yep, I am. Do I have something like Sketchmirror, Figmirror? Yeah. There's an XD app that if you're working in iOS, because I have an iPhone, you can connect it to your computer and then preview things as you go. You can also open, what do they call it? Cloud design files on the iPhone app. This design file, it's so huge that I'm not able to do that. So later on for the video, what I'll do is duplicate this, create an exclusively mobile version, and see if that'll load up on the iPhone. Otherwise, we'll hook the Mac up and see if we can get it live on that. But I'm definitely going to be testing it on an actual device before we move into development. But the nice thing, like what I usually do, and this is probably against all best practices and stuff like that, but what I usually do is just wing it in Webflow because you can see exactly what you're doing. Again, don't do that because again, it goes against all best design practices, but and I know we've gotten into kind of a debate before about how it's definitely more of a reductionist approach, I think someone said. But that's the way I've done it, and it works pretty well. Do I like the design of the Spindrift? Yeah, I like it. That half and half. It reminds me of something I did for a company called Beauty by Earth way back in the day. It was actually nice opening the case because all you saw were like the tops of the cans, which was really clean. I really like that. Hey, Drill F Knee. What's up? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Daryl, okay, that's easier. Yep. Tell you what, instead of having to scroll back up every time, let's just go ahead and select all this. Copy it down. First time catching this stream? Right on, Daryl. Oh, see, if you add an A there, you'll get Darl, like Carl. Milk and bread, Carl. Hmm. Wow, it's already 12:30 where I am. This is crazy. A's first Twitch name was Snorlax. I don't see that, dude. Is that the favorite Pokemon? I don't know why. I don't see you liking Snorlax like that. Weird. Well, anyway, A, we'll see ya. How do you tune out from designing all day? I find sometimes I get sick of staring at a screen all day. Well, it's not all day. I think that there's like a good balance to be had. Normally I am I do sprints, 2-3 hours here and there. But I do stare at a screen all day. That's definitely for sure. But it's cool, guys. I have blue blockers on my glasses, so healthy. Does the blue blocker wear off glasses? I don't know. I hope not, because these are old glasses. We actually have a couple sets of glasses on the way to replace these ones. All right, so I'm realizing with this is if I want to keep these things like have good contrast between the heading and the descriptor, put this under caption. Is that the text is going to have to wrap on some of them, which sucks, but it is what it is. Now, normally, you definitely want to fix this, but I think it's a good, for me at least, it's a good like alarm where it's like, hey, stuff is going to wrap and it needs to be, you need to pay attention to this when you're entering in your titling so you're not left with that Lone Ranger there at the end. B. Richard over on YouTube asks, what do you recommend, prefer out of freelance, contract, company, or agency? Depends on the situation. It honestly depends. I don't think there's one true right answer. It's going to depend a lot on what you want to accomplish, who you want to work with, and what they care about. Check it. All right. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that when you get down here, it's pretty type heavy. You may need to work on the balance. I'm thinking we move this image under this piece of type here. And then in the desktop version, we have this kind of cool hover effect here where we're going to be displaying the image. That. Something like that. So what we could do is we could take that image and just put it on top of the link here, which might actually be a better idea. Because I don't want to hide a ton on mobile design on the mobile version of this page. So let's see. There. Uh-oh. Yeah. Hey QT, thanks for joining. I appreciate that. Have a great dinner. Giving giving yourself a break from work to watch this action. Nice. What on earth kind of aspect ratio are these images following? Something weird. Just 16 by 9 maybe. Hmm. So 65. So all right, I'm gonna pull some images. Who's that guy? Just so that we can get that full experience. Let's do this one. I missed this group buy for these keycaps and I'm pissed. And then we need a seltzer. Pick this one. This one's kind of cool. Nope. This is a great book, by the way. That Shape Up. Especially if you're in the product space and project management space. All right, let's see how this looks. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's a good way to translate the hover effect that obviously doesn't work for mobile designs or mobile screens, and just break it out into individual units because these images are going to show up on desktop anyways. So yeah, I like it. And then this whole card, even though it's not wrapped in any kind of like background color or outline or anything like that, but this whole thing will be clickable and go outside of be an external link. Unless I wrote like a blog post about it, like the keycaps and stuff, I might actually write up reviews. Okay. All right, so instead of resizing all that, let's just go ahead and grab this. $187, like 180. You guys ever wonder why I like nudge one way, like nudge it down and then nudge it back up? It's because it's easier for me to do in tens. So for example, let's say this is a really dumb tip, but it saves me time. So let's say we measure this and it shows up at like, I don't know, 180 something. Let's do this. Grab this single one. So right now it's perfectly 180, but let's say it was 197. It's easier for me just to go and nudge it 1, 2, 3 times to make it an even 200, and then hold Shift key and then nudge it back up twice. So 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, and then we're back to 180. Because if you hold Shift key and then hit your arrow, it increases the nudge amount by 10. Rotano, it is for my own website. John, thanks for joining. I really appreciate it. I think I'm going to be wrapping up here in about 20 minutes myself. We're actually going to be doing some critiques today. So if you would like a critique, jump in Discord and we'll get that done. That down there. So the only thing I'm not happy with here is that we have this list of like what I've been into recently. And if we look at this compared to here, you know, it's a different layout, and we needed to break up this type or just kind of like give it a little bump with an image, right? So we went right into the book, and this looks good, but it's hard to tell the difference between these two sections here. So it's like you got the book club section and then you've got the what I'm into section. And this just looks a little bit less important. So I'm not sure how to handle that. I'd actually do a one of those zoom in effects. Same thing I did with with this image, you know, as you scroll, it attaches to the scroll speed and just kind of shrinks. So we might be able to do that same kind of thing with this. It'd be really cool if this like revealed the text under it, you know? Book club, and bam. Yeah, right there. So this will be a little swipeable gallery. Nice. Marcus, I'm still learning a few new things regardless of the design software. Oh, appreciate that. Makes me feel good. Thank you. Rotano, have you thought about using some 3.js post-processing on some of the image on hover? Wow, I don't even know what that is. Can you throw a link in the chat? Lost my arrow there. Wait a minute. There he is. Okay. creature enters. Do you want to say hi?
Yeah.
Okay, come here. Okay. Want to say hi?
Hi.
There we go. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, buddy.
Okay, do you want to say... Do you want to count?
1,
Okay.
2, 3,
Yep.
4,
Yep.
5,
Yep.
6, 7,
7. Yep.
8,
Mhm.
9, 10.
There we go. All right.
Hiya.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Hello.
Hey, Jeffrey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Hello.
Hey, go to mommy.
Got a chocolate.
Dad life? I don't know.
Wow.
That was Olivia. She's 2. Very 2. She just learned the whole counting trick. And she's stoked about it. 1, 2, ho. You thought there was a baby in your room for a second? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes she makes a break for it. Just busts through the door. Elise was like blushing, standing by the door. Ho was, yeah, that's the favorite one. 1, 2, 3, ho. The terrible 2s, yeah, you're not lying. Oh my gosh. That little riff right there in that song reminds me of a TV show, and I can't put my finger on it. You guys know what I'm talking about? Here, let's go back. Let's go back just a little bit. Okay, it's right here, all right? Right there. What is that? It's from a show. I can't put my finger on that. Is it Family Matters? I bet you it's Family Matters. It was the jam. You don't have to say sorry. They loved her. Most of them. Some of them. Okay, we'll adjust that spacing because I think that this image is gonna do one of those scaly things. And then that's just gonna be pinned to the bottom there. So is that it? Man, I tell you what. We have been incredibly focused today. Out there. And it is 1 o'clock, but we'll go ahead and add the footer before we jet out. Does the playlist come through the CPU or just speakers? No, it's all through the computer. Yeah. I have a Go XLR that I route everything through. And then the work music is what I have, like a specific channel in my streaming software. So I play anything from Chrome or anything from like Apple Music goes straight through there. Into your ears. The music was really low today, actually. I didn't realize it was like negative 30. Yeah, Go XLR is a piece of hardware that creates the audio. Creates the audio channels in the computer. Out of everything that I've purchased for streaming, the Go XLR is probably my favorite because I actually use it for a ton of different utilities outside of streaming. You know how there's like a weird, I guess it's not weird, but like people who are really into ASMR? I bet you that there's someone out there that's really into watching a designer just like move one line back and forth, trying to get the pixels right. You know, it's like a visual ASMR, except it's from a frustrated designer. All right, there we go. Okay, first mobile page layout done. So the biggest trick with this one was figuring out the type, scaling all that down to where it still has good contrast. And I think we did it. So there we go. I'd actually lose that on the mobile. I don't know. Decisions. Okay. Make sure that's saved. And we'll start the critiques. So, all right. Let's see. Put Discord in here. Go to critiques. It looks like we've got Matt and John. So Matt, I think John actually had to run. So Matt, if you want the critique, head over to the waiting room here. Oh, you're already there. Right on, dude. Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. 2 minutes. I will be back and we will talk with Matt. Be right back. right, we're back. Okay, so Matt's in the waiting room. I'll head to the stream chat room and then pull him in there. Susie asks, can anyone join the Discord? If so, how? There should be a short code. So if you type !Discord into the chat, you should get a link back. If you don't, it's in my Instagram. And yeah, anybody can join. No problem. Jordan, oh, you find it motivating. Oh, very cool. Good. I even went as far as shifting your work hours to fit more time in with the stream because I'm more productive with it on than without. I'm the same way. I literally will tune into somebody's stream, even if they're playing Warzone or something like that, and just to have another person in the room with you, even digitally, it's a little bit more motivating. I was feeling it today though. I was in the flow, so I think I'm gonna hopefully take this into the day job. All right, Susie, let me know if it worked on YouTube, because if it doesn't, we gotta fix the shortcodes there. Matt, can you hear me?
Hey, how are you?
Hey. I'm well. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, you reviewed my portfolio and you said to come back when I fixed it, and I'm back.
Right on. Okay, cool. So before we do that, guys, can you hear Matt? Okay. Let me know. I just turned the music down a little bit. Hey, Abdullah, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Guys, we're coming up on 700 followers already on Twitch, which is incredible. Jordan? Okay, great. All right, Matt, let's pull this up here.
All right, so the top one, the Wix site, that's my new one. And
Okay.
then the college, yeah.
This is the one that crashed my computer.
Yes.
Is it going to crash my
And
computer this time?
Probably.
Let's check out the Wix one first.
Yes.
All
that's
right,
the new
cool.
one.
I was going to say, so does the Wix one, is the Figma one different from the Wix version, or did you design it in Figma and then pulled it into Wix?
It's completely different. So the Figma one is like a prototype that I designed in December, and this Wix one is my new one that I made in school just recently.
Okay. So which one do you want to analyze?
The Wix, because the Figma you did a few weeks ago, and then you also critiqued my annual report, I think, last week too.
Oh my God. Matt, you're on the ball. Nice. Okay, great. All right. So, hi, I'm Matthew Swaby. I'm a client-focused graphic designer with a distinct, consistent design process. Scroll down to see your work. Okay. I'm glad you're introducing yourself. That says absolutely nothing to me. Matt, I love you. We've talked 3 times. I'm just going to be blunt. Is that okay?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, so I am a client-focused graphic designer. I hope that you're client-focused, because if you're not, what are you doing? You're also missing a hyphen. So whenever you have 2 words that make up one, I guess, adjective, so client-focused, you want to put a hyphen there. So client-focused graphic designer with a distinct, consistent design process. So that's nice, but that really doesn't tell me anything that differentiates you from the crowd. So I would work on this statement, and I would make it an X for Y. I think it's Jonathan. I'm gonna lose his name. He's been a guest on our channel a couple times, and his big recommendation for positioning statements is I do X. So I am a designer for a specific kind of person, so I am graphic designer for businesses in the technology space, or yada yada yada. And if are you looking for a job?
Yes.
Okay. When are you graduating?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Awesome. So what I would do is loop that into your positioning statement. Jonathan Stark. That's who it was. Yep. Good job, John.
Could you share on Discord?
Oh, geez. Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you.
Let's see. Go here and share my screen. There we go. All right. You should be able to see that now.
I hear your music.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, hold up. There we go. Guys, we're going to pause the music. Might ruin the vibe, but that's cool. We need to... Here we go. All right. So if you're graduating and you're looking for a job, then I would put that right in your positioning statement. I'm a graphic designer that focuses on UI design, who's interested in working with technology-driven companies. I'm actively looking for a full-time position. And you just put that, bam, right in the header. So that way, just in case anybody stumbles across your site through your Behance or something like that, you're stating that really, really clear so that they know, what you're looking for.
That's so good.
So the only thing is that it's a little difficult to read. So I would either make that type bigger or work on the contrast there. I'm not really ever a fan of throwing an overlay on images. So even at small sizes here, this is just a personal design pet peeve of mine. Just to get like text to show up over an image. But again, this is totally up to you. It's just the contrast is a little fuzzy here. It's kind of difficult to read. Hey, Thierry from Brazil. Right on.
Before I had like a black. It was just black there, and I felt like it was kind of dead space. Like I guess that's personal preference. Personal preference, but also negative space is not that big of a deal. White space, like not to brag on my own designs, but if you use white space the right way, it can be interesting. It can draw attention to something. So, think about that stuff. Oh, you'll see.
All right. So what case study do you want me to click on?
I want all of them, but I know you don't have that time. Let's go with BTech, I guess, because top left, right?
Okay.
That's what Matthew says. The first one is the best one, right?
All right. So, Capstone Showcase Visual Brand Identity. Okay, cool. That's a lot of acronyms there. Right. Okay, cross media design project. There's another 2-word adjective. You probably want to put a hyphen there. If there's a term that I'm missing there, please fill it in. But it's whenever you have 2 descriptors, with one, I don't know. I can't talk today for some reason. Just put me back in the design software, please. But you want a hyphen there. All right. Let's see. Design process. Result. Okay. So let's say I am a hiring manager or even a client, and I want to get just the gist of what happened by reading your headlines. So let's talk about that. Let's read that, right? Ready? NAIT BTech Capstone Showcase Visual Brand Identity Cross Media Design Project Design Process and Result. It doesn't really say much to me, right? The headlines need some work. So instead of saying Cross Media Design Project, maybe saying this was a student competition to create a cross media design project. Say what it is so that you're hooking them into reading more, and you're giving the scanners enough to bite their teeth into. So we see this a lot where it's like the headers are the phases of the process that you go through, and I want to break out of that because the content should be interesting, even at a headline level for someone who just wants to, breeze through this thing. So client indicated the design should embody the spirit of the overall BTech program. So you want to frame that as kind of like a problem that's going to hook somebody. So it's like, this is going to be terrible, but how do you embody the spirit of the overall BTech program visually? So you're kind of looking for that clickbaity title that you can use as a header to hook people into reading more about the design process. Also, I don't know what these are, especially if I'm a client. It's like, oh, is this all? It looks like finished work to me. So having some
descriptor where it's like, this is work in progress. These are the ideas that I came up with. Like maybe you title this as like, hey, this is a concept that didn't really work out because X, Y, and Z. And you're adding captions to each one of these. It'd also be interesting to see if this was, or to turn this into a slider where people could scroll through, because sometimes like having 4 groups of 6 images, and in this case more, 8 images here, it's a little bit overwhelming. So like if they want to see all the concepts that didn't work, they can scroll through. I don't mind hiding those from the user, and allowing them to dig deeper into the failed concepts.
About that, so this is on Wix, and I did have that option to scroll, but the arrows didn't show up right away, so I didn't know how intuitive that would be for people to know that they could scroll horizontally. I just wasn't sure.
Test
But
it.
That's a good point.
Test it and see.
Okay.
Like I said, if they miss 2 or 3 of these, it's not going to hurt your case study. I mean, the fact that you're putting out the concepts that didn't make the cut is really cool. But I don't think it's going to hurt anything for you.
Okay.
And then result, same thing here. Headline. Let's see. Clear bold text. Okay, so right here, the last sentence might make a good headline, right? A unified graphic system represented how NAIT program guides their student into the future. So maybe it's like a unified graphics scheme or something helps guide NAIT students into the future. So you see what I'm saying? You want to indicate the content of the body with the headline and try and hook them into reading it. I was like, oh, why? Why is that? Instead of just, saying, hey, here's a result. You can still have result, but it's better served as like meta text or like a label on a specific section of the page versus an actual content header like this looks like. Okay. As far as the work goes, the images are beautiful. The layouts are great. I can tell it's a student project, but you're a student, so this is perfectly fine.
You can tell?
Mm-hmm.
How?
It's just it's really hard to explain. It's just like when I see these mock-ups, I don't know, man. It's just like I can totally tell this is a student project. I wish I could be more helpful there, but that's what it reads to me. But because you're a student and you're looking for a job, this case study would, in combination with the other ones, would get you an interview with me. Like this is you definitely meeting the bar enough to pull an internship or a full-time job.
Could you check out the really?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah, the initiate the bottle one.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, this is a great headline.
Yeah.
I thought that was an ad. That's fantastic. See if you can get hanging punctuations here. That's a little distracting, but this is cool, right? Logo design process. Okay, so again, work on those headers, right? Going above and beyond. This is good, but it's not great, Initiative. Okay, so the visuals here do not scream student to me.
Well, why
again, I don't know. I don't know. But I don't think it's something that you should be ashamed of. I don't think it's something that you need to edit. It's just, the other one looks like a student project. This looks like you actually did some work with a client on this one. Again, I'm not really thrilled about your header solution here. It seems like a lot of wasted space because you've got basically a duplicated image there. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I wanted I wanted to show that image and not have it just as the header where it was hidden.
Yeah, I love this. This is really cool.
Yeah, I was really happy about that too. I don't know why the images are showing on the left side and they're not in like centered.
Hmm.
I need to see.
It could just be screen size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's on Wix, so I thought it would like automatic resize.
Mm. But no, I think that like make the tweaks to the headers, and then consider your hero space, and then once those two things are refined, I think you're ready to start, applying for jobs and sending this portfolio out. Yeah, good job, man.
Thank you. There's some images I want you to look at. Go to work.
Okay.
I think is your screen frozen?
I don't think so. I'm on work. Where do I go?
Click on. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. So go to the anonymous, the bottom right, and then scroll down a little bit. Yeah, right there.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like those mock-ups. You want to know the indicator that this is not a real project?
Yeah.
Lorem ipsum, right there.
That's the only project.
It screams at me, dude. It's like,
Ah, damn, that's the only project. You have a good eye.
Yep, it says it to me. All right. Yeah, these are really cool. Very, very cool. Yep.
I made changes to the last time you looked at my portfolio. You looked at my packaging design and you said that the font was too small on the nutrition facts.
Mm-hmm.
I fixed that.
Nice.
Could you check and because I made it's 4-point or 5-point side. Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so you fixed it here?
No, it's on the Utopia.
Utopia.
And I made
see.
it darker.
This one here?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, so that's a big bottle then. Okay, cool. Right on. Yeah, looks good. Good job, dude. Yeah, I think you're ready to start applying for some jobs.
Okay.
All right.
Better
Nicely
headers,
done.
okay.
Better headers, better headings, and better heroes. Those are the two changes that I would make.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I have a question. How does my portfolio compare to interns at the future or art center students?
That's really difficult to say because we would pull on people from all different walks of life, and what I would advise you to do is to not compare, because comparison is literally the thief of joy. I would focus on just being a little bit better every single day. But the portfolio that you showed me would definitely get you an interview, and based on the interview, then we would evaluate whether you'd get the internship or not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the all the portfolio does for us is to verify that you can do the work. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Thank
Okay, man. Well, good job. We'll see you next time, I bet.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you, Matt.
See ya.
It was fun. Fun. All right. Let's see. We'll turn this music back up, get the vibes going again, enough to say goodbye. Let's see. We'll go just chatting. Today was good, man. I feel like I was in the flow state. I kind of forgot you guys were there for a minute, so I'm sorry about that. But the work was good. We had a good, solid critique. I love seeing the work evolve after being able to review it once and give feedback and then see it again. So good job, Matt. And next time, if you'd like a critique, throw it in Discord, and then we'll talk about it. And again, the word critique is really, I don't know. I don't like it because it makes me feel like I'm a professor talking, and really it's just, I just want to help. So if you need help with something you're working on or want some advice, throw the work in the chat and we'll talk about it. Comparison is killing the joy, but it's so hard not to compare yourself to others. Absolutely, yeah. And I think that like a little bit of friendly competition, a little bit of trying to have that edge over everybody else can drive you forward. But I think that like if you're being asked, or if you're asking to like, I don't know, it was an awkward question because I didn't want to rank anybody in the applicant pool that we got at Blind. We had some amazing designers, right? And some of these portfolios, they were better than I could even aspire to be in my lifetime, right? They just were naturally talented. They went to an amazing school. Their work was refined. Then we pulled them in an interview, and they were not people that we wanted to work with. So they didn't get the job. So I think that like focusing on being 1% better every single day is the key there instead of comparison. Hey, Ray. Good to see you. Well, Rotano is home now, and they're going to leave after they fix your logo. Oh, wrong place. It's funny. Soft skills, yeah, they're incredibly important. Incredibly important. You can be the most talented person in the world, but if you're an asshole, not going to get the job. That's the truth. All right, guys. So next time we will finish out the mobile designs, and then I think we're ready for Webflow. I have some massaging to do on the navigation and kind of like the header for the individual desktop pages. And obviously we need to work out a lot of the animations that we're going to do for the mobile design. But we're just about to do some Webflow work here in a little bit. How often do I stream? I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10:30 in the morning Eastern all the way to 1:30 or 2. Oh, it's 1:30 now. So yeah, so Tuesdays and Thursdays. Last year I texted Matthew and Cena, wait for me at Blind, something like that. He replied, make that time count. That's powerful. I would recommend if you're kind of stuck, or if you're feeling like you want to learn, consuming content is good. Doing things is better. So I would highly recommend picking up a design challenge, picking up something that you can like really put some effort behind, that force you to get better by doing. So that's my recommend. But that's Christian. Make that time count. That's great advice. All right, guys. Let's see if anybody's online to raid. For those of you guys on YouTube, you're not going to be able to come with us. Unfortunately, can't raid any other YouTube channels, but on Twitch, we all can go and raid somebody who's doing something kind of cool. So A has gotten the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 different raids. So I'm going to try and find somebody new. Let's see. Not that A is not worth watching, but I do want to share the love. Let's see. Matthew, thank you. Appreciate it. You have a great day as well. Hello, Mayuko. Let's see. What's she doing? Let me get past this ad here. Software engineer and YouTuber on Twitch. I host Muko's Cafe, a chill co-working stream. Oh, right on. Okay, so she's coding. That's cool. Yes, let's raid her. Right on. Okay. I will go ahead and start that now. So on Tuesday, 10:30, be sure to tune in. We'll finish up the design phase, and then we'll break into Webflow next week. Super stoked for this. Thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for being so amazing. And we will see you next time. All right. Let's go raid. So quick thing, it's not letting me raid. Oh man, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm trying to do, let's see, a raid. She might have that turned off. I know that you can turn that off. Nope. Yeah, something went wrong. All right. Yeah, it's really strange. Somebody link her in chat. Let's see. I think I can do that here. There we go. See if I can I refresh this. Like, how does this even? Yeah, it says, yes, something went wrong. Sorry, guys. Okay, well, hey, next time it might work. Oh, that's crazy. Let's see if we can do AA. No, it doesn't even work for A. There's something weird with Twitch right now. Very strange. Well, guys, go check out my Yuko, and then we'll see you soon.